Let me drive. I have my permit now. Welcome, everybody, to FU Fantasy Football. My name is Davis.
And I'm Alex.
And I'm Mason.
And we are here to talk with all of your crispy crustacean type people about rankings this week, where we differ. We got all kinds of fun stuff to talk about. So we are going to dive.
Fantasy.
I already said it. You were so late. They gave me the keys today, folks, and it's clearly they can't.
We've backed into a poll.
We are feeling frisky after some holidays, after some under the weather from Tweedledee and Tweedledum in the Northeast.
Christ.
Alex, tell us how you're feeling, brother.
Oh man, I feel like way better. Man, I woke up like I was already feeling bad. Like Mason, thankfully Mason and Mary Grace brought us over some turkey soup because I wasn't feeling very well. My wife wasn't feeling very well. We woke up the next day not able to open our eyes because they were crusted together because we both had conjunctivitis or pink eye for the layman's out there. And
it's on each other's pillows.
Sucks. It sucks so bad. Like I never want that to happen ever again. It sucks that you're like sick. At least I had them both out of the way at the same time. I was sick and I had pink eye at the same time, and now they're both out of the way, and hopefully I don't have to deal with either one of them. But Jesus Christ, I hated my life for the last 2 days. So,
I told you there is medicine for being allergic to Masons and Mary Grace, so I encourage you to seek that out. Mason, speaking of medicine, did not bring you any. I just heard turkey soup. Mason's been under the weather. He's back. How are you feeling, buddy?
I just got shots because Alex is having a child.
I was gonna say it's Alex's fault. You guys
is
just
absolutely 100% Alex's fault for
it's kind of
for breeding.
Breeding, yes. Breeding is my fault.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, breeding is
so. What we're saying.
So, yeah, I had to get shots, and I'm gonna have to get another one. Still, I got 2 out of 3, and I still have to get the flu shot, and that's probably gonna knock me out again when I'm pissed off about that too.
You have your rabies shot. Anyway, we are here to talk about football. Gentlemen, we've got rants. I know Mason was working on one. Alex, do you have yours prepared and ready to rumble?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while, so it's like not going to land like it usually would have if we did it right out of the gate. But what are the Jets doing? What are the Jets doing? What are they doing? Why? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? To make the playoffs, they're going to have to win out, probably. They're probably going to have to win out, right? That'll be 10-7. That'll probably get you in. 9-8. Maybe, but probably not. 10-7 what's going to get you in. And you decided to start. Listen, what happened last year? Let's see what happened last year. Last year, they had Zach Wilson come in and he was 5-3. They benched him after losing the Patriots 10-3, and they went against the Bears. The Bears were the worst team in the league. They lost every game after that, every single game after that. And they decide, you know what we're going to do this year? We're going to bench Zach Wilson again, and Tim Boyle is going to come in, and he's going to throw for 170, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. You know what Zach Wilson's worst game of the season was? It was against the Dallas Cowboys, where he threw for 170, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions. So we saw Tim Boyle what he is. He had a whole week to prepare. We saw what against the Miami pass defense, which is like kind of middle of the pack. And that's what he gave you. And you're still like, let's just throw him back out there again. Who's 29 and sucks. And we've seen him suck over and over and over again. And instead of building the confidence of theoretically our future, oh man, but that's not going to work. Let's rush our 40-year-old quarterback back after 79 days after Achilles tear.
3 months.
What could happen? What could happen? Nothing could happen, right? Like, he's going to be fine, especially on the MetLife turf where everybody tears their Achilles. What are they doing? They're so Robert Saleh has been doing everything he can to hold on to his job. And man, it ain't working, dude. It's just punt on the season, get everybody fully healthy for next year. Play your young guys, get Brownlee some reps, get Gibson some reps, get Breece Hall, give Ibo Wakanda or whatever his name is from the rookie running back. Get him some reps. Come on, man. What are you doing? You're trying so hard to not fail that you're not going to succeed.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it.
I feel great about that.
It's I couldn't agree more. It's a dumpster fire up there, but Jet's gonna jet. Who's surprised?
This is the way with the Jet. I am holding on to the slimmest hope that Rodgers comes back in 2 weeks playing in an air cast, because that he's out there with one crutch and an air cast and just hucking it 30 yards.
I guarantee everybody with Garrett Wilson wants him to come back.
Yeah.
Faux show.
I'll run through mine real quick, unless Mace, you're ready to go.
No, go for it.
Yeah. So we have spent plenty of time complaining about the New Orleans Football Saints, and guess what? We're going to do it again. I was reading an article by Nick Underhill, who is a great Saints beat writer for New Orleans Football. Go check it out.
I follow him.
He's fantastic. But he ran a bit last night that really hurt my feelings about Derek Carr and that Jesse Bates pick six in the Falcons game. So obviously the Saints lost that game. Derek Carr just kind of tossed it to Jesse Bates, who returned it for a touchdown. Great play. After the game, he said, I just didn't expect him to jump that route like that. And turns out the day before in practice, Jonathan Abram jumped the route and picked
on the same play.
No way.
Oh. Our practice squad, who's since been elevated to the 53, jumped the route on the same play, picked the ball off. And we went into Sunday like that only happens once, right?
Jeez.
So I'm hurt. I'm hurt emotionally.
That's a great story, Davis. That's crazy.
That one. So if you guys don't hear from me ever again, that's why. Anyway.
Are Dennis Allen and Robert Saleh the same person? Coach of these great defenses, and man, they just oh man. Yeah, whatever.
We've got a whole I got a whole hour's worth of material on the Saints from the past week because Mason has a rant, and then we're going to go yell at each other about our rankings.
Well, I've got two things to talk about real fast, and I was just looking for something to rant about here, and disturbing. 55 minutes ago, arrest warrant issued for Von Miller for assaulting a pregnant woman. Holy shit! Von Miller is supposed to be this stand-up guy, and everyone's very revered and respected in the NFL community. Has his own podcast. Everyone loves Von Miller. Super Bowl MVP. Wow,
that is Walter Payton Man of the Year.
I'm not sure.
I think he might be. Go ahead.
This is speculative because the call came into the police, but they said it was a very disturbing call, and that is a bad look. That's he's one of the faces of the NFL, and has been for the past 15 or 12-ish years or so, I am curious where that goes. It just speaks more to God, these guys are trained warriors practically. They are literally taught to obliterate the opposing quarterback, and it's maybe there needs to be some counseling for these guys. Maybe there needs to be some program that talks to them about how to deal with their emotions off the field. Is there anything like that? Shouldn't there be mandatory training for that? I don't know. This is very mind-blowing.
It's bad. I know some franchises, if not most of them, are taking the Ted Lasso approach of having the therapist in-house and having that person available. But you're hitting on obviously a much larger topic where these guys' brains don't often end up in the same direction they started in, and you really hope there's more to that story than what's initially been reported. Because you're right, Von Miller is one of the guys. He is a Walter Payton guy, but man, it's a bummer.
That is unfortunate at best. The other thing is the Panthers suck and I hate them, so we can move on.
I was reading a fun mock draft last night about who the Bears are going to take number 1 overall for quarterback, so I thought of you guys for that.
Thanks for rubbing that in. You're stuck with Derek Carr, so you're not much better.
No, well,
the whole NFC South, man, God, the whole NFC South is fucking terrible.
It's great.
In Baker we trust.
Yeah.
Oh man,
NBA is here.
The best out of all of us right now.
I know, crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're turning this into an NBA podcast here pretty soon if things don't turn around. But let's dive into ranks, fellas. We've each dug dipped, dived, and dodged through a lot of buys. Welcome to Buy Apocalypse version 5. Mason just left, so we're going to have a great segment here. Alex, I wanted to kick it off with you really quick, buddy, because you're playing both of these guys. I'm more just curious, why would you rank anybody over Christian McCaffrey this week?
Yes, I know. It's just the Eagles' respect. The Eagles' D-line respect. They just are awesome against running backs. I just think that they're going to feed. I think that the Jags are going to blow out the Bengals, and it's going to be ETN all day, and he's going to get 30 touches.
Hey, I like a bold call.
I'd be more shocked if ETN got under 20 points than if McCaffrey got under 20 points.
Interesting.
I think they both get over 20 points because I have 1 and 2.
Yeah. I was going to say, not like, really quibbling.
Stealing thing. I mean, yeah, obviously we're picking nits here, but I like a bold call. I think that's worth. I mean, here's the thing: Christian McCaffrey could easily have like a 16-point day, and that's a bad day for him.
Right? Exactly.
Excellent day for most people. I think he's going to get it done through the air more than necessarily getting it done on the ground.
Right.
And if I know Kyle Shanahan at all, and I think most of us do a little bit, he's going to find ways to get Christian the ball in open space, and he's still going to get a lot of touches.
Yeah. I think ETN might get 30 touches, but he showed up on the practice report day to day with the chest injury. So if I were ranking today, not yesterday, I'd have McCaffrey over.
I bet I wouldn't be surprised if we saw McCaffrey go out wide a couple times in this game.
Oh, 1,000%. He does that anyway.
For sure.
No, but I mean, like, because that secondary is abysmal. They have literally maybe the best run defense and one of the worst passing defenses. It's crazy.
Yeah, I got to pull it up actually.
It's the shootout potential is going to be there again. So
absolutely.
Yeah. One other top 10 I wanted to bring up, Mason. Looking at your rankings, you have Kyron Williams at 4 going against the Cleveland Browns. Tell me more about that, because I feel like that's very high.
Yeah, it is. He's just. We've doubted him before. If you go back and look at some of the games that you would have thought that he would have not done well, he's still catches. He caught so many balls last week too. I think it's kind of the Christian McCaffrey argument. It's like they're just going to find ways to get him the ball because their secondary is good too. So Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua have not been getting it done the same way. So I think they're going to lean on him a little bit more. And I don't know if he's going to be very successful on the ground, but again, I think he will be through the air. Yeah, I mean, if you look at him, his points per game is 22 points per game or 21.4 points per game in the games he's played. That's insane. It's crazy.
And they're going to get the ball out fast because Myles Garrett's coming.
Yeah, so I just think it's a lot. I think it's a 5-6 catch game from him, and if you get that plus whatever you can get on the ground, that's top 10 for me, easy.
Yeah. Not that Alex and I are much lower. I've got him. Alex has him at 7. I have him at 6. So, huge.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting that.
No, 4 is high, but I can't bet against what he's been doing. So, we got some guys missing this week too. So the bump is the natural bump because of how many people are out.
Start your studs, people, which I was going to bring up very quickly. Just I have Bijan at 2. You guys are both top 10 on him, but I have him at number 2.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that a little bit just because it's the Jets. We just talked about the Jets for a bit. And
frankly, they can run on.
If Arthur Smith doesn't keep using Bijan like he did last week, we've already called for his job pretty much every week. But that would just be criminal. So buying in on Bijan this week at number 2 against the Jets. Also because they're just not going to be able to throw the ball. So there's that.
If they win the division at 7-10, does Arthur Smith still keep his job?
Oh yeah, man.
He does. You can't fire a guy like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Were there any other running back rankings you guys wanted to call out before we moved to wide receiver?
Yeah, honestly, there's not a lot of we weren't crazy different on a lot of these guys. Honestly,
I kept on moving Montgomery up and down. Sorry, go ahead.
Devon A-Chain, I think. Alex, did you rank him because you don't think he's going to play that low?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play. And if he does play, I don't think he's going to get a lot of run. So
you have him at 48. I have him pretty. I have him at 17 based on when he does play, and you're kind of split in the middle. And it's so like I don't want to do a shot bet on this because I don't really.
Yeah,
I don't trust that he's going to play fully. But you know he doesn't need to play fully to tear off a couple good ones.
True.
I think if he plays and he's off the injury report going into the game, I think you got to play him at least as a flex probably. I might be a little high, but I would. I don't know. I guess 2 weeks ago you did that and you got burned, so it's kind of a gut call.
Yeah.
I've got him at 28 right now, so kind of a little bit in between where you guys do. Mason, you also have Mostert at 5, which I interesting.
Yeah, I'm not doubting Mostert anymore either, man. Yeah. He had a decent or a relatively. Who did he play last week? I'm blanking. He went off on him, whoever it was. So I think I'm not going to put him lower than
Jets.
Play. Which is
running all over.
Exactly. So
all right, we can move on. Those were
we really don't have a lot. It was we were really close on most of the stuff.
16 to 25 was so difficult to rank.
I guess one that we have that Swift we were a little bit around. Just if you're in a 10 team, Davis, you had Swift outside your top 20 at 21. I have him at 12, and Alex was in the middle at 14. You're just afraid of that Niners front, I assume.
I'm afraid of the Niners front, and I think it's going to be a huge game for A.J. Brown and for your boy Devontae Smith, too. I think if anything running is going to happen, it's because the pocket breaks down and Jalen Hurts is scurrying in and out. But it just does not feel like a good game for DeAndre Swift for me. Still top 20.
I know.
So you're still going to play him, but
I don't hate your ranking there. I just he catches the ball pretty well too, so I wouldn't be surprised if 12 might be a little high, but I wouldn't be surprised if 21 was there either. So again, running backs were all pretty close on. It's really not that exciting.
I want to call out Rico Dowdle real quick. I might. Looks like Alex has him at 34. Mason, I don't think you ranked him. I've got him at.
I think I had him on there somewhere.
Did you? I have him at 30. All of that is to say that's somebody that you can look at as a deep flex option. I think. Oh, you do. You got him.
I had him 37.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been serviceable for sure.
Yeah. So somebody keep an eye on. His usage seems to be more prominent. I won't say it's going up, but it's in higher leverage spots. It feels like week to week. So let's move to receivers. And Alex, I want to yell at you first because you hate A.J. Brown. Do tell.
7 at 6, right? Man, where's he been? It's it's not his fault. Like they're just bracketing him, man. Which is good for Devonta Smith owners. The one good thing, and Ward's been playing real well, man. He's been playing super well. I think that this game is going to look a lot like the Bills game. I think the Niners are going to get to a lead. Eagles are going to come storming back, and it's going to be kind of that at the end. So I think they're both going to get targets. And I have my number 6, but man, I think Mike Evans always crushes the Panthers. Amon-Ra's just crushing. I mean, I just can't have him above any of these guys. Keenan Allen is It's not. I almost had him below Pittman because I think Pittman's gonna have a great game too. But
you have Pittman at 7 right now.
Yeah, unbelievable, man. He's been crazy good. All these guys have been good. Like once you get to Pittman, that's when I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I put Ayuk there because I want him to do well. And Waddle, I think, has a great matchup. But Pittman, AJ, Evans, Allen, Brown, Lamb, Hill. I think that's your top set. Like it should be for me a top 7. I like.
I got one here that I'm looking at. Alex, you have Deontay Johnson at 17 this week.
Mm-hmm.
I have him at 34 or something like that. 34. Davis, I don't see your ranking of him.
I have him at 37, so I'm right.
Yeah, it's the Cardinals.
It is the Cardinals. Yeah, man.
feel like you can take that
I'm
in a
really
vacuum right
curious as to what happened. I would love to be a fly on the wall in that wide receiver locker room when they came in on Monday morning or Tuesday morning, and they asked him what the fuck happened in that play where he just gave.
Yeah, where he's just like, see ya.
Yeah,
It was like the epitome of a business decision, except he wouldn't have even had any trouble. I don't understand.
I think
There's been locker room issues with him too.
Yeah, he's been vocal. I mean, he ended up what? I think he had close to double-digit fantasy points last week, but he's not been great the past couple games after having 3 really good games and after me talking him up. I think you're right that there's that possibility, but I'm going to be real nervous if he doesn't hit that top 20 kind of play. And I have him ranked outside just because I haven't seen it. And I know that Alex hates that term, but this could absolutely be a good get right game, and he fucking better. But I don't know if I'm willing to gamble a top 20 play on it.
Yeah, candidate left, and all of a sudden they're 400 yards in offense.
No, I know.
Time all year.
He never, not once in his tenure there, did they have 400 yards. And the moment he left,
yeah,
and the last time they had 400 was the game before he got there too.
Is 2019 when Big Ben was still there. That's crazy.
and that was on the road against a division rival. Like, this is at home against the Cardinals. I like everyone in this game. Yeah, everyone in this game, and I think they scored 24 points. Bold call. 24 points for the Steelers. Let's go.
Go full Iowa on them. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think Freiermuth coming back as hot as he did, that's taking away from somebody, and I think George Pickens has his role of just deep ball stupid athletic catches once a game.
Yeah,
and I mean Deontay's getting targets, right? He had 4 in week 10 against Green Bay at points, but then he's had 8 the last 2 weeks.
Right.
So it's not like he's not getting looks. Mason, you're right. He had 9 points against Cincinnati.
Yeah. Which isn't going to kill you, but
No. I don't know, man. It's just that's another vibe check for me. It's like in a vacuum. Yes, I love it, but
yeah. I think it's just at home matchup and squeaky wheel, maybe.
Yeah, I would love to shot bet you on that, but I can definitely see that as an outcome. If you've got better options, I don't know. Maybe it's a decent call. It just makes me nervous, man.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to start him no matter what. He kind of fits into that realm of like you probably don't have an option you'd prefer or feel super comfy starting. Somebody you could have starting over him is Puka Nacua, which we all seem to be exactly 10 spots apart on. Alex, you're highest on him. Please discuss.
Hey, you just get just the whole offense. I don't know what's going on with Cooper Kupp. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know what I have no clue. But no matter what, if he's on the field, he's taking Ward. Nacua goes in motion more than any other player on that team. I think by 10 times the amount of the go on the team. Ward's not going to shadow back and forth with him. He'll probably shadow Kupp if Kupp plays. So I think that the ones that you're going to get is Puka. I have him significantly lower than I usually would have him because of the matchup. Yeah. But targets, in my opinion, are going to go to him rather than Kupp because I think Kupp draws a Ward shadow.
Yeah, you have him at, sorry, I should have said this.
I'm 16.
16.
Mason, you got him at 25, I believe.
Yeah, Davis, you're what, 36, 37?
Yeah.
Or 35, I believe. You guys want to shot bet this?
Sure. I will say before we do it, because it's pertinent to the conversation we just had, Puka had 6.7 points against the Arizona Cardinals. We just spoke about Deontay Johnson having a good game, so we'll see.
Yeah. Interesting. I would love I wonder if that's a slot metric that better for the outcome.
Yeah, I need to look more into that. But okay, so shot bet. If let's see, Alex has him at 16.
So to be
Jason, you've got him at 25. I have
it's you guys. So
okay,
so 25 is a push. 25 and a half.
Yeah,
25 would be the push.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Me and Davis.
There you go.
Hey, God, that sucks.
24,
I'm not even playing
20, Davis.
24-20.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even playing Puka this week.
Damn it! How did I get roped into this? If I have Cooper Kupp, I'm not playing him. I didn't play him last week either, and I felt real good about it. I felt real smart.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to other podcasts and reading other stuff, and people are so like, oh, I don't know what to do if you haven't. You probably have to play him. It's Thornton. I was like, no, you do not. Just don't play him.
Mm-hmm.
You've too many weeks of poor play to trust that.
Yeah, and I talked to you, Mason, when we were watching the game this past weekend. His ADOT is going way down from where it was, which I think is good for this specific matchup because they don't want Myles Garrett coming barreling towards them, so they're gonna get the ball out fast.
He's injured, man. He's not right.
Yeah,
like
it's not right.
It's just obvious. And honestly, I if we can take a second here, as of right now, with the knowledge that we know, where do you take Cooper Kupp next year?
Oh, I probably like a Thielen range. He's Thielen for me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Thielen this year when we were taking him. Like, that's the mindset that we should have.
Brown.
Yeah.
Wow. But Thielen, I mean,
yeah, he ended up crushing if you got him there, but I think that's kind of where Cooper Kupp is going to fall.
I don't think he falls that far, but I think that's probably.
He's 31 years old.
The problem is he fits that bill of the 30, 31-year-old receiver with an injury history the past couple of years.
Yeah, man, that's brutal.
Stafford's not getting younger. They do have Puka now. Like, I think he probably goes higher than that based on name value alone.
Yeah,
I'm not touching. If you're just looking at stat lines, he should be in that Thielen range. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, the OBJs, wherever you guys were taking, where we were taking those guys.
Yeah. I think because of the name value, Davis is right. I think he probably goes somewhere closer to like a 6, 7, 8. But I will not be touching him.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I just thought that was interesting. I was thinking about that the other day while I was getting my shots. All right. Anybody else that we want to talk about?
Yeah, I wanted to bring up Tank Dell real quick because one, he's showing up in the injury report.
Yeah. He practiced today.
Yeah, I think he's going to play.
Yeah, he practiced today.
So my concern with him is I'm a little lower on him. So, just for reference, Alex has him at 14. Mason, I got to read through you've got him at 13. It looks like I have him at 17. So we're not that far off, still top 20 play, but he's probably going to get Pat Surtain from Denver. And I worry it's going to be a
they've been playing a lot better
game.
Yeah,
you think
it's a
in a row.
Yeah,
and Brown's back.
Good.
Brown's coming back too, I think.
Yeah, Noah Brown. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Correct.
So this will be really interesting. This is the first time they've all three played together in about 5-6 weeks, I think. Because Nico was out a little bit. Tank missed a game early on. Brown's been out the past few. So it'll be interesting to see how these targets go, especially against a defense that's been emerging. Denver ain't nothing to sneeze at, especially through these days.
Yeah, and they've been running the ball better because we can get this in and we talk tight ends, but Brevin Jordan's back, and Brevin Jordan's done a hell of a good job on that offensive line. They did lose their left guard, I think, for the season. So we'll see, but they've been pretty good about plug and playing on their offensive line.
I got a quick question. I think we all kind of have them the same way. What do you do with Chris Godwin? Do you just is he almost cuttable?
I gotta play him because he's in my. I mean, he gives you 10 points a game, and that's
not even that lately.
Crazy, man. I think we all have him in the low 30s, high 20s kind of area. But I got rid of him.
Yeah,
8-team league, I dropped him.
I got to play him because I still have Justin Jefferson on IR, and I have T. Higgins, and I'm not playing T. Higgins this week. So I got to play him in three wide receiver league. I could play Noah Brown, but
I actually surprisingly am the highest on him. I have him at 27. You guys are in. I think Alex has him 31, Mason 35. By the flip flop does, and that's purely on name value. Again, like he's not done much points wise, and we've talked about this, but the Panthers they can get stingy on defense when they need to.
Man, they're the fourth best pass defense in football. They're better than the Jets as far as yards per game.
Yeah,
which is wild.
You guys actually one last wide receiver. Nuke, you guys have a decent discrepancy on him.
I have him at 30 or 28.
I have him at 23, and Alex, I think, has him at 19.
18.
I don't know if you guys want to shop at that. That's a pretty good margin there.
It'll be the first time I've shop at DeAndre Hopkins.
don't have to. I was just you're already
No,
doing
I'm
one.
happy to.
So
Yeah,
I'm trying to find one where I'm way off from you guys, and I'm
gonna get you. I got one for you.
okay. Good.
Yeah, Tennessee at home against the Colts. Tennessee at home is 4-1, and they're at home again. They just play so much better at home.
Their defense has actually gotten better in the last 4 weeks. They're like top 5, top 6 wide against wide receivers in fantasy. Just FYI.
Colts or
Yeah. I was surprised at that. Because I had him ranked a little higher, and I dropped him a touch because I was surprised at how good they've been over the past few weeks. So,
well, one of them was against the Panthers, and
yeah,
just freaking crushed.
yeah, 5. Yeah, they're 5th best against wide receivers.
Yeah, he had
4 weeks.
three catches for 49 yards against the Panthers last week for a cool 7.9 points. So, I mean, we do split. We're 10. I think I'm 28. You're 18. So, if you want to do one, Alex, I'm happy to.
Let's do it again. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it. I'm glad that you guys are figuring it out for me, so I don't have to figure it out.
All right, tight end.
Tight end.
30, 20, or 30, 50, Alex, or David.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
All right.
25. All right. So, yeah, tight ends. Sorry. Tidy Whiteys. Here's where I think I'm going to get you, Mason. And it's your boy, Jake Ferguson. So you just traded for him.
Mm-hmm.
Being a little frisky about it. You currently have, if I'm reading this right, at number 5 overall. Alex has him at
7.
Why'd you do that to me? You got him at 7. I have him at a very, very respectable 12, I believe. 12.
Ooh.
So I am lower on him, and I've got multiple reasons why, but I'd like for you guys to talk about why you're so high on him. Mason, you go first.
Yeah, I mean, just to lead off, there's a lot of decent tight ends out this week, and he's been really solid. I think he's gone under the radar of how good he's been all year, and I'm hold on, let me check real quick.
Not on our podcast. We've been talking about him.
He's been like Dalton Schultz of last year.
Yeah,
the freaking no name Cowboys tight end.
Yeah,
how dare you say that about Dalton Schultz?
They're kind of middle of the road. The Seahawks against the tight end, and middle of the road against the tight end with who's out this week. He's just getting that bump. I'd rather play him than I've got him over Trey McBride. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was the main thing that made me go ooh. So I'm intrigued. I think this is going to be our shot bet, which means Monday's going to be a hard day for me.
You guys want to do that? Who gets more, Trey McBride or Ferguson?
What was you know?
I have Ferguson at 12.
Okay.
I
have McBride at 4.
Oh, okay.
McBride at 6. So that's I would rather let's do the Ferguson.
Okay. And my reasoning is Seattle's actually decent against tight ends, and I think it's going to be a blowout where everybody's getting the ball, but I don't think they're going to need to play that fourth quarter or really do a ton of dump-offs to Ferguson. So he might have a couple big routes that hit, but this feels like a big CeeDee Lamb game. Brandon Cooks has been coming on, and maybe Tony Pollard is back to being Tony Pollard, but at some point there are too many mouths to feed. It seems to me like that's a Ferguson left out in the dust this week.
It is a short week, which anything can kind of happen in a short week.
Well, they played Thursday last week too. So
the Seahawks.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking for the Cowboys.
Cowboys. Yeah, he's actually not been great the past 2 weeks. Carolina has a decent tight end, and Washington's actually that's one of the things they're not horrible against. So I don't know. It could be a good, but the 3 weeks before that, though, 14.7, 22.1, 12.6, and then 6.2, 4.5. So I got 3 targets and 5 targets the last 2 weeks. But, sometimes that means it's get right. So I'm feeling frisky.
Yeah, this could be a trap game for I don't think it is. I think they're just playing so well. But they might have to. They actually might have to catch up.
I thought Panthers was going to be a trap game, to be honest with you.
Well, it was looking decent until the wheels came off in fourth quarter.
I was going to say that happened week 2, week 1. When did that happen?
Everyone.
Do you want to
preseason,
more, buddy?
Yeah.
Right.
So what? I'm at 4 or 5. What do I have him at?
You have him at 4. or 5.
I'm in 5, and you have him at 12.
Yeah, so that's 7 difference. So it would be
So 9's a split. 9's a push.
8.5 would be the number.
Yeah, 9's a push.
Okay.
Right?
All right. You said 13 or 12?
No, 8.5.
I'm at 12, so 8.5 would be the push.
Yeah.
So you want to do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's minus 8.5.
Put it on the board, as they say.
The board. All right, I got you.
Anybody else on tight end?
It seemed pretty chalk otherwise. Kelsey, Laporta, Kittle. Mason, you were a lot higher on Dalton Schultz, I think, than, well, not a lot higher, but I'm a little concerned about injury is the only reason I'm a little bit lower on him.
Yeah, when something happened in the fourth quarter, and he hasn't been very good since Brevin Jordan's come back because they like him to block. So they're basically splitting snaps.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of it has to do with injury or what, but Brevin Jordan has taken away some of Dalton Schultz.
I'm going to actually say one thing here.
They're just real bad against the tight end.
I know it's like I love the matchup, but I've got some questions. I mean, Alex and I both
injured. I don't love that, but they're second in the past 4 weeks. Denver is number 2 worst, second worst against tight end.
Something happened. I don't know what it was, but he didn't play the fourth quarter last week.
I think he played like one. Keep an eye on that. If he's healthy going in, I like the matchup a lot.
Internet sucks. Mason, I did want to bring up one thing. It sounds like we just wrapped that point up. Thank you. Your ranking of Kyle Pitts and Jonnu Smith, I have a lot of questions about. Primarily, they're not on a bye or injured, so they're in your suck category.
They are in my bye, injured, and suck. I don't want to do with them.
No,
I don't want anything to do.
What are we doing? Let's stop. We should never talk about Kyle Pitts ever again.
I think Davis just wanted to stir the pot.
For sure, I did. Never mind.
Jonnu's been nowhere to be found recently, and Kyle Pitts is still Mr. Average, give you like 5 points. So if that's what you want, then go for that. Sure.
7.7, 6.5, 9.6, 6, 5, 4.2. Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. So I guess I'm sorry. He's Mr. 7 points average. Yeah. So I'm good.
No upside. No upside. His best game was 15.7. So his upside, his peak is at 15.7. I'm good.
Davis, you still with us?
I like this. I like him being frozen in that.
There he is. Oh, there you go.
Hey, he's back.
He's back.
When I'm frozen, I can't talk.
Back.
Trying to clear as much as I can, but sweet Jesus.
All right, we move on to
what do we have left?
Quarterbacks. And then kickers.
Yeah, kickers. I'm just going to tell you guys this now so I get my last shot in. I have Bryce Young at 45.
I actually ranked Bryce Young.
I might be too high.
I kind of like him against Tampa Bay.
I mean, it's Tampa Bay. Yeah. Although
it's the new coach bump.
Gardner Minshew didn't really do much against them. He had a rushing touchdown, which is funny because they're actually decent.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
But he still had over 300. He had actually exactly 300 yards, Gardner Minshew against him. So the it's there through the air. I just don't know if it's going to happen.
I don't know who gets to play calling. I still haven't figured it out. They said that Caldwell is taking over offensive duties.
It was like offensive director, though. But
yeah, so
Davis calling plays.
Thomas Brown.
Thomas Brown, excuse me.
I would assume if Thomas Brown is calling plays, I actually kind of like him as a DFS play because Thomas Brown pushes the ball downfield. He likes to throw deep.
Does that mean did you rank DJ Chark this week then?
Did I don't know if I did or not. I think I did.
His elbow okay? What was injured?
No, he's fine. Okay. 2 weeks ago he missed because of elbow. This past week he was fine. And they've been going to him. He was the last play of the game last week. He's been getting targets. They want to get the ball to DJ Chark. So if I would rank DJ Chark if Thomas. I just don't know who's calling plays. They haven't said it yet. They just said Caldwell's taking over offensive duties.
Hopefully they know by now.
I'm sure they do, but they haven't told me.
Thursday.
Depends on how much of a tempest of ire David Tepper is in.
Yeah, if Caldwell is calling plays, then it's going to be Chuba and Miles Sanders and the tight ends and that stuff. But if Brown's calling plays, it's going to be a lot of Mingo, a lot of Chark, and a lot of Thielen.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
And
the guy that owns Mingo in the Dynasty.
The only thing that I'm really getting tripped up on quarterback, guys, is
I love that we all
forgot it.
Finally have Dak where he's supposed to be.
Yeah,
God, man.
I still think you can drop him. Kyler Murray as a fringe top 10 play against Pittsburgh. Mason, will you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I think you might be lowest.
I got him at
you got him at 13. Alex and I have him at 10 and 11. Why do you hate him, Mason?
Yeah. The matchup, I think.
I got Alex on that one.
Yeah.
Glad you didn't have any bourbon there.
At Pittsburgh.
That secondary started. What's his name? Not Joyner. Oh, what's his name? The cornerback is like ranked number 1 right now against completion percentage against.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name. Fuck.
Well, Pittsburgh, they're averaging over the last few weeks. They're averaging a little over 10 points to quarterbacks. So I don't love that, and it's on the road. So I just like the other guys better. I think probably the guy that I have over the ones that you do is Russell Wilson. Yep.
Yeah, Wilson right behind Kyler.
I just think Russell's going to have a good game. He's been playing pretty well. He's not getting a ton of yardage, but he keeps. He's just been efficient.
Yeah, and he's back to Russell Wilson.
He's been rushing the ball decently. So there's a little bit of a little bit of a floor there for rushing, which I do like. And he's got the Texans are not good against quarterbacks, so I think he could have a decent game. That's it was kind of between them two, and I just like the matchup better for Wilson.
Yeah, you could finally get a Hollywood game.
Yeah, Houston Texans give up over 22 or almost 22 points a game to quarterbacks. Like that's bad.
Yeah, because Stingley's back to Wilson because he runs.
Wowee.
We're back.
He runs the X out of that. So I don't think Stingley will take Hollywood. So Hollywood could see a nice little game.
Yeah, he looked better last week, which is good. I think he got you about 12, something like that. But just off the top of my head, I have him, Ridley and Devonta in a league, and I'm playing. After what Ridley's done the past 2 weeks, I think
I play Ridley
with him. Yeah. And
but I think you got to play Devonta too.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting so many targets. Yeah,
for sure. I think I might have a running back in my flex, and I might change that out. I think I have Javonte Williams in at my flex over Hollywood, and I might actually look into changing that.
Yeah, that's probably valid.
That's probably a good call.
Texans can get frisky for sure. I'd probably rather play Hollywood, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm going to give you guys an opportunity here to hold this against me forever. I currently have Jordan Love at 9 against Kansas City.
Ooh, man, I'm at 13.
I'm higher.
That's pretty high, though.
5 points. So I can't decide if that is prayerful thinking because I have to start him in multiple leagues this week. But he's looked good, and I think they're going to be coming from behind on that one.
So, Davis, I think you had to pick up the dregs of what I picked up off waivers because I bid. I'm sure you put in a bid for Wilson over him, or maybe not. You have Wilson at 16, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a little lower on.
So you wanted you would have.
I went for Jordan Love on this one.
Interesting.
My guns. He was my top quarterback pickup.
Oh wow!
Agents this week. His schedule and for a little clarity, this week I've looked at free agent pickups more for the next few weeks, like pushing for that playoff run. His schedule, Brock Purdy's schedule, they're all like those are the kind of guys that if they're out there, you can find them because I believe Jordan Love has the best schedule through the playoffs for a quarterback.
Were you trying to get Purdy from Gene as well?
Might have been Mason.
I know you were because he told me.
Don't snitch. Don't tell Alex. He doesn't need to know.
We were both sure. I'm going to talk shit about Gene, and we should clip this 44-24, and we can send it to him.
Yep, I love it.
He told his reasoning for keeping him was that he wanted to have a good backup for the consolation bracket. I'm like, Gene, this is why you're in running for fucking last place right now, because you're not playing to fucking win. I tried to give him Hollywood Brown or Javonte Williams for Brock Purdy, and he would not do it. I was mind blown.
Yeah, you can keep Hollywood for like $5 next year or something like that, I think.
Wait, you offered him those? I thought that's what he was asking for.
No. I offered him Javonte Williams, and I offered him Hollywood Brown for Brock Purdy straight up, and he didn't take it. I was like, what in the world is happening here?
Moments of clarity are coming to me right now, and none of this makes any sense anymore.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
He was like, yeah, everyone's doing that, blah 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 blah. Everyone, I was like, dude, this is a steal of a fucking pick. And Brock Purdy does have a good matchup this week. Yeah. I actually think I have him over. I think I went ballsy. I think I put him over. Yeah, I put him over Patrick Mahomes. But like moving forward, yeah, I mean, Green Bay's got a decent secondary. They're at home, but he hasn't had a good game in about 3 weeks. Patrick Mahomes.
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, man. His last, let me pull it up real quick, but I think he hasn't had a game over 20 points in 4 weeks. So I understand that he's a good guy, but you're not playing Brock Purdy probably over Patrick Mahomes. Most people are. I would probably do it this week just because the matchup is insanely delicious for Brock Purdy, and they're at home. Okay. So I just lied to you. He was 20, 16, 15, 5.6. So it's still not been great though. And last week was against Vegas. Not great. But even against Philadelphia, 16.8 is not great for what people have been putting up on them, you know?
Right.
It definitely feels like Mahomes is hurt. It feels like Mahomes is hurting from lack of wide receiver clarity, which you hope that Rashee Rice breaking out last week will help point us in the North Star on that one. I also am a little bit concerned that Travis Kelce is distracted by his holiday Christmas record that they're recording. So I respect the hustle. Oh yeah, man.
Oh my god.
They've got like a whole it's called the Philly Specials.
So, yeah, Travis Kelce 15.4 and 15.1, and that's just him being distracted.
Listen, he's been down bad, friends. That would also, I just want to bring up the holiday album because it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Oh wow, Alex, you love Trevor Lawrence this week.
Yeah, I just think they're going to crush the Bengals.
I mean, let's see. I got him at 8, and Davis has him at 9, but you've got it.
So it's not like all that low on him.
Yeah,
the Bengals defense is not awful.
They're give it up. I think when they have Burrow, they feel like they can win. I think now they're just kind of, what are they playing for?
Maybe. Yeah. My concern with Trevor Lawrence is that he's had 3 rushing touchdowns the past 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He has had the passing touchdowns, obviously, to Ridley, but is that the norm of how he's being used right now, or were the 3 rushing touchdowns over 2 games more of a fluke and he's going to come back to earth a little bit? That's why I'm still a little bit lower on him. I hope the production stays up because it's more fun when he's what we hope he is as quarterback.
Yeah.
So you just think they're going to beast all over the place on? You think running game and passing game, huh?
Well, it's also I'm not sold on any of the quarterbacks below
1.
Huh?
You got ETN at number 1.
Yeah, I think ETN is going to get a receiving touchdown, and I'm probably going to bet that. But I think they're going to score 30+ points against the Bengals.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a shitty position to put you in, but because you have them 1 apart. But I've got Brock Purdy at 4, and you've got Trevor Lawrence at 5, but you have Brock Purdy at 6. Would you do a shot bet, Trevor versus Brock?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Yeah. I think Brock Purdy's going to go ham against these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I have Purdy at 6. I think.
Yeah, exactly. But you're real big on. I have Trevor Lawrence down at like 9 or 10. So
I got Kirk and Ridley as top 21 plays. I think Ingram. This could be Ingram's 20-point game because they're bad against the tight end. I think they're second worst against the tight end. So I think this could be Ingram's like breakout 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, I'm real big on the receivers for the Niners this week. I think I have them back to back. Yeah, I have them both top 10 plays.
I'm playing both of them. Yeah, I have both.
I have them 9 and 10. So I just think it's just a Hail Mary of justice on that secondary.
Spear of justice.
Yeah, spear of justice. You know. All right. Dave,
I got to get out of here. So my last parting thought on that was you guys are clearly discounting that a Bengal tiger destroys a jaguar in the wild at any occasion. So you're idiots.
Are they?
Bengals win by 15. You don't know. Listen. It's like the 100 duck-sized horses versus a horse-sized duck. You just don't know what's going to happen, but it could. We got to go.
Same jungle.
Big cats in
this case,
South America and South Asia,
Africa. Yeah.
We got Tiger King. We don't know where they are or where they're going to be. Mason, will you take us out of here, buddy? You close the thing down.
Well, you know what we say at the end of every one of these episodes. Fuck you.
Football podcast.
So bad and
It's our stick.
Well, because you guys, there's like a slight lag, so you can't do it.
Well, we're waiting to see if you say fuck or f. So
yeah.
No,
and that's
on me.
all right, I got to skedaddle.
Bye now.